Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Finding the Spirits Inside. This is lesson 49. And I am Diann Henry. I'm on a journey to find the spirits inside. My brother, Steve Henry, is also here. He is the guide along the journey. Hello, Steve.
Well, hello there, Diane. And let's clear it all up. Everyone of your character, which is how we figured out the other time, it's 625 million people. They can see it clear as day. Because it ain't nothing being created. Think about it. Everything is inside of you. When you move over to it, what do you think? It just appeared? If no one showed you how to do addition, and then you went there and somebody showed you, you said, damn, that was there the whole time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know that English language was there the whole time. You just have to fit into it by practicing it. You can't learn it. How you gonna learn it? Because anytime you learn something, you fix in that place. Because in order to learn it, where can you do it, on the inside or outside? Where you have somebody gonna bring something to you on the inside and you learn it. It's on the outside. You have to go away from yourself. Yourself is inside of your skin. How the hell you gonna be anywhere else? Yourself is what's inside you, is inside of your skin. But that's the house of God inside of your skin. But you just can't walk into your skin because you're not really outside of your skin. You're tricked. Your mind is out there. It's wandering out there. You're supposed to be passing through, going through, getting alphabet vowels now, and as you get to things, you pass on through. Can't nobody stay out there. But y'all ain't got to buying houses and cars and getting this family and that team. It's for the people who do that, people who play football. That's their character. They take it right on into the kingdom of heaven. But the people who spending their time at it, idolizing it, they can't go nowhere. Because they're out there in the world. How you gonna go somewhere outside of your skin? Remember, them numbers inside. If you don't see them inside, you're gonna be. I felt so bad about the older people when we used to pull them tomato plants. And before then, all that cotton stuff stopped, then they got them tomato plants and they couldn't count. They couldn't make no money because they couldn't count, right?
Right.
Then they're all old people, mostly, and all the women, I can show them how easy. I didn't show them how to count, but I showed them how they can get between 50 and 60 every time. That was all that mattered. And over the time of them practicing, they become part of it. But the ones who didn't practice, who wouldn't let you show them, they went all the way through it, feeling sort of bad because they seen the other who couldn't count, but they went on. They wouldn't count, but they know how to make between 50 and 60 so they can make the thing. And by practicing it, it become part of them. You don't learn nothing by practicing that alphabet going around. Where they gonna go after that? But someone just have to say, hey, take 6 of those letters out of that alphabet that you got them now and practice the vowel sound. And once you get that, what's gonna happen? You can't go nowhere, it's gonna wait, right? But what was required to get that vowel sign out of it, what you done to get that out, that's the thing that mixed with the alphabet to make the thing. You don't, in other words, let's say, like I say, you don't know what I give you yet, but I give you something great, something. And it's right there. You don't have to worry for it to get to you. Because I asked you to do something, you done it, right? But what happens if you don't do it? Oh, you got, now I promise you, Dan, you got something greater than everybody ever been. But I asked them all to do it. If you do what I asked you by me, and listen, I see the million, you can't count. I know you got to go to counting first. You got to go to one. I know you ain't gonna go no other place than one. Now you might think you already can count, but you can't count. If you proclaim to do something that you don't know how to do, you're a good person or a damn liar.
A liar.
Because in order to do it, you got to know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you let somebody convince you that believing it can be just as good, That make you a smart person or a damn fool?
Not smart.
Because you know that if you know how to speak the Spanish language, you don't have no problem. You blend right in with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, they're strange to you, right? Because you can't see where they're getting it from. They can't see where it's coming from. Anytime you can't see where something is coming from, how you gonna know where it's going? See, we all the same. If you're looking for it, how can you find it? You look anything you can possibly be looking for, you got to already have it. You can't use it, but the key to it, you got to follow the truth. Ain't nothing outside of you can fit inside your skin. You got to pass through that. We all passing through, and you see people, they don't bring no gifts, and they go to church, then they go down there and stand to the border. God's sending the gifts to be produced. They run them off. To go back where they come from. Importing gods and laws and all that stuff from way over somewhere else in another time that doesn't even exist. It don't work like that. It's all the same time. Ain't no backyard. It's 9 then. Because once that minute, it's a time clock. Once it go 1 second past right now, how that's gonna ever be again? Because it's steady unrolling. So if anything you got in your possessions that you had 1 second ago that you can't use right now when you sitting here talking with me, ain't none of that, that's bullshit. Because that's exactly how it's gonna look when the, you know, when the life is when it's going out of you. You can't get out from inside of that now. Nobody can. How you gonna get out of there later? You gotta be in something. Lil Wayne got out of there. But you can mash the button on Google and say, Lil Wayne, there you go. And it's all he do to get in there and all his craziness too. But he's in there forever. Who gonna take him out? How can they? It's inside of him. Ain't nobody inside of each person but the person. And you need something to be in. So the people out there can't see this. So I like helping people out. Now, he ain't got to change, don't fuck with me, but it's gonna all change, right? I'm just saying this to the people of your character, not you. Don't you get them eyes like that. I've been wanting to use these. But no, we good. You know, I'm proud of you. Because most people, you know, I really am proud of you. They got to be too. Because they've been running from it like crazy. The greatest thing in the world, if you just leave them out there, where they gonna go? It ain't gonna be no different than the car in the garage. I had to leave all of them to go find the thing. Hell, I show you everything I got. It ain't nothing you would have from the birth. Ain't nobody. It's way bigger than what Jesus got. Everybody got something to bring. You got to go past them. You know, the further you go on the thing, the bigger the prize be, right? But if you don't go to find the other end, you think the end has been found yet? So in order for the end to be found, it's got to be new territory, right?
Yeah.
Now, but it's all one thing. It's, you know how I keep telling you, you got to start from the alphabet. You got to be able to see it going in a straight line from the alphabet to the start talking. And you can read forever after that. You got to be able to see the numbers going from the 1 to about 300, 2 times 140, about 288 times. And by that time, you know, you see the system where it's all them 10 numbers in that space and that thing. Once you see that system working, it'll keep repeating itself forever. You don't learn that. Once you learn something, you fucked up. How you can't go nowhere with it. I mean, because I see people, I mean, I ain't guessing. I see them and I see where they're at now. You know, you go through life with other people, but you don't do like they do. 2 people doing the same, ain't somebody missing? So now everything you see, somebody brought it. They had brought it in. You can't look for what to bring. It's inside of you. That's why I say, let the Spirit of God use you. But it can't come out from inside of your skin. And everything outside of your skin is out in the world. You out there party, but all that's gonna burn out. But if you bring the thing from inside, you go in a totally different bracket. You build it with Tyler Perry in a minute. because it's the inside thing. It's not nothing you make. It's the inside thing, because you can't make nothing. And when it come out, the ones who got eyes and ears to see it, those are the ones who see it. You know, everybody don't love Celine Dion. You know, and everybody don't love Michael Jackson, but they got their characters. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, they can prize fight, play basketball, anything you do, you got characters, fans. Even the different basketball players, they got different fans. They'll fight to them just like they are. Oh, who say he ain't better than that? You know, you see them go to fight over that shit. Or they used to when I seen people do some ugly thing over somebody else's game. We ain't here for that. You out there in the world, you got to pass through out there because you'll get stuck. And once you get stuck, how you gonna go back? You got to see the next thing. It be coming to you. Like when you're going to school, when the children going to school, going through alphabet, now, these different things, all the way through the college, they be studying, learning new things. But once you stop and do a couple of cycles without it, you know, that the eggshell harden and you can't get outside of it. I mean, you can try all you want, just get hard and hard and hard. You know, you know, and it can't change. Can't nothing change. Anytime you ain't moving, it can't change, right? You know that, right? You got to move through. You move through them, you can go all the way back to the beginning of time. All that shit on the inside, but ain't no time but right now. And the only way you can be reading this right now, we ain't reading. Well, that thing I'm writing, either seeing this thing. It's got to be right now. So, and you also know anything you practice, you're gonna get good at it, whether you intend to or not. Right? I don't care. You can throw a piece of paper in the trash can. You throw it long enough, you can close your eyes and get it. You know that, right? I don't know. Loops one time. How you doing that thing? That thing, I like to laugh myself to death with that one. Anyway, I think I asked you, did you better fight? you won when they were laughing.
That's what happened.
Okay, now where we at? Okay, when our verse thing.
We have plenty of time.
No, I'm saying
we're doing Mark 12.
Yeah, because they have to be in the order. That's why everything has got to be in its perfect order. Ain't nothing out of whack inside. Just like the numbers, you think one can ever be out of whack in anything? They're already there. And once it's there forever. Ain't nothing as complicated as you think it is out there in the world. All you got to do is do away with all that, all the spirits on the inside. They're all in there already. What you think inside of you? You ain't in there. It's just, and you really ain't outside. Because see, I've been out there too. But it's about gazillions of times better on the inside. Now, what the hell with you? Ain't nothing outside. You got to die out there. You know, ain't no way around it. And that's according to the math, right? Okay. And if you can do nothing, while Steve Jobs got a saw, slide out, all kinds of things he brought from inside out there. If he brought all his gifts, and you ain't gonna do nothing but pray, and you get the same thing, they ain't gonna be kind of right, is it? This thing is here, so you can slide your finger. Where yours at? Yeah, see, his thing is here. He in the grave, but his thing is here, acting with us. Michael Jackson, their thing here, and it's acting with us from the cloud. They ain't dead. Their body in the grave. They in the cloud. Who you think that be when he's singing and dancing when you call it down from Google? You think that be an imposter? Who doing that singing and dancing? Remember now, it ain't no. It's only right now. Mm-hmm. Hey, Kai.
Hi.
Hey, it's only right now. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. The only time is right now. And if you don't never do nothing right now, when you ain't gonna never do nothing?
Never.
Yeah. Yeah, but once you see it, it's a spirit. Once you act in it, that's what you're doing now. Just practice it. Just kind of, but I know one thing, you can't come here and be nowhere else. How? It's impossible, ain't it? What kind of sense would it make? Now, again, I know another thing. I see when I sit down now, I'm gonna talk to you. Now you gonna think nobody gonna know because this me and you talking. How they gonna know what's inside of you?
Not.
Okay, now when they see me talking with you, how they know where's where?
No.
And everything they see from it is coming from where? This is from my window on the inside of you. But the one on the inside of me is a gazillion times greater. Because you can't come from out there in the damn dark into the light and seeing the damn thing. If you go all the way, you got to be dim and dim and dim. It's got to brighten up step at a time, right? How you gonna know what you're looking at? It has to go step by step so you can see it, like that'd be about like that. Looking at it, I give you a little scenario the other day. I can say Diann, 1, 2, and then jump all the way over. You can't count and go to 999 billion, 999 million, 999,000, 999, 1 trillion. How the hell you go? Then I ask you for a million. How you gonna find it?
Okay.
Started with you one by one and go to about a couple hundred. Then I can go 2, 4, 6, 8, 210, 14, get around 50. I can go 5, 10, 15, 20. Right? So you see them come. Then I go to 10, 20, 30, 40. Then I can go to 20, 40, 60, 80 because you can be seeing it develop, right? Then I can go to the 100 and to 10,000 and the 100,000 and the hundreds and then the billions and the millions. And then you can see them all, right? Yeah, because when you go that way, it just slowly open up. Because the foundation, you get the foundation down, you right in the middle of it. It's that side of it. You ain't got to learn nothing. You got to throw all that shit away. Now, don't worry, you good. You ain't got to. You stay right there bottom all you want to because you got this thing here. You got this your idea. But that'll let me kind of, I'm always going to come when you call and the ones who can't see. This is serious business. Y'all know we living in the real creation, right? This ain't no TV. You know this the real thing, right? If you ain't got it right now, you know you're in the wrong place, right? Can't nothing change. There cannot one single thing change. I don't know damn where is that? How it's gonna change. And if you ain't got it right now, how it's gonna change? You got to move away from that section inside of you, outside of you nowhere. All the stuff inside of you. If you move over to the spot of German language right now, what do you think that's going to do? You think it can change the English language you got? You think you're going to forget that? You go back to the damn window and this there. Every time I come here, what we talked about or done, where is it? It's all stacked up here, step by step, ain't it?
Sleep.
Okay, now.
You know what you do.
You sound like you're on the first one, don't it?
Huh? I'm sorry.
To you, it sounds just like we talking on the first one, right?
Yeah. It's order.
Now, but that is to the one outside of me, and you hear about it. They go back to the beginning. It tells a whole different story. Just how you gonna see it? Your brother getting it to you. You supposed to already know what it is. Somebody else got to show you what it is. How you gonna see it? You ain't saw it before. Creation don't work like what you already see. How you gonna already see something to create? You put the seed in the ground. The seed was the ground, but you'd already done it. So what's gonna happen? The seed growing. You ain't gonna know how. You just go to sleep. That's why the thing said in the 4th chapter of Mark. You put the seed in the ground. It's gonna come forth. First the blade, then the ear. You don't know how it's gonna do it. Because creation brings, you say the earth brings forth fruit of itself, because they're talking about seed out there, but inside here it brings forth its own. Everything is already here. It's inside of you. You think the Diann
Yes. Do I think what?
You think the name Diann and Steve just come when we was born? Or they been here since the beginning of time?
They've been here since the beginning of time. Go. Okay. Okay.
Everything. Anyway, I see I'm getting down to my last second.
Please go. Yes, you got it. Do it. Yeah, we are. Okay. Yes. Go ahead. We are down to last couple of seconds. So
Don't mess up your thing. You my dog. Don't worry. I got you. But anyway, I'm gonna give you that too.
oh, sorry, you saw that. My bad.
I'm gonna be out of here. Now tell me something.
Yep.
You want to just smoke out, or you gonna call back?
Let me see. Hold on. We are on 12 now, right? Yeah.
Hey, another thing. I hear you go with some mighty big numbers. I see me. Oh, I can take it. You're gonna have to create you a business or something in some kind of way. I see other people come up this way, but I'm still out of it.
Mark chapter 12.
You can ask me anything.
Chapter 12. And he began to speak unto them by parables. A certain man planted a vineyard, and set an hedge about it, and digged a place for the wine vat, and built a tower, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. And at the season he sent to the husbandmen a servant, that he might receive from the husbandman the fruit of the vineyard. And they caught him and beat him, and sent him away empty. And again he sent unto them another servant, and at him they cast stones, and wounded him in the head, and sent him away shamefully handled. And again he sent another, and him they killed, and many others, beating some and killing some. Having yet therefore one son, his well-beloved, he sent him also last unto them, saying, They will reverence my son. But those husbandmen said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance shall be ours. And they took him, and killed him, and cast him out of the vineyard. What shall therefore the Lord of the vineyard do? He will come and destroy the husbandman, and will give the vineyard unto others. And have ye not read this scripture? The stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. This was the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. And they sought to lay hold of him, but feared the people, for they knew that he had spoken the parable against them. And they left him and went their way. And they sent unto him certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians to catch him in his words. And when they were come, they say unto him, Master, we know that thou art true, and carest for no man. For thou regardest not the person of men, but teachest the way of God in truth. Is it lawful to give tribute to Caesar or not? Shall we give, or shall we not give? But he, knowing their hypocrisy, said unto them, Why tempt ye me? Bring me a penny, that I may see it. And they brought it. And he saith unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? And they said unto him, Caesar's. And Jesus answering said unto them, Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And they marveled at him. Then come unto him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection. And they asked him, saying, Master, Moses wrote unto us, If a man's brother die, and leave his wife behind him, and leave no children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were 7 brethren, and the first took a wife, and dying left no seed. And the second took her, and died, neither left he any seed. And the third likewise, and the 7 had her, and left no seed. Last of all, the woman died also. In the resurrection, therefore, when they shall rise, whose wife shall she be of them? For the 7 had her to wife. And Jesus answering said unto them, Do ye not therefore err, because ye know not the Scriptures, neither the power of God? For when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels which are in heaven. And as touching the dead that they rise, have ye not read in the book of Moses, how in the bush God spake unto him, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob? He is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Ye therefore do greatly err. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, Which is the first commandment of all? And Jesus answered him, The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. And the scribe said unto him, Well, Master, thou hast said the truth. For there is one God, and there is none other but he. And to love him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. And when Jesus saw that he answered discreetly, he said unto him, Thou art not far from the kingdom of God. And no man after that durst ask him any question. And Jesus answered and said, while he taught in the temple, How say the scribes that Christ is the son of David? For David himself said by the Holy Ghost, The Lord said to my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. David therefore himself calleth him Lord. And whence is he then his son? And the common people heard him gladly. And he said unto them in his doctrine, Beware of the scribes, which love to go in long clothing, and love salutations in the marketplaces, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and the uppermost rooms at feasts, which devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. These shall receive greater damnation. And Jesus sat over against the treasury, and beheld how the people cast money into the treasury, and many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing. And he called unto him his disciples, and saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living.
And those furs. Okay, thank you. We'll talk to you again later.